everyone, and this is Michael. Now, today is the 2nd of November 2020, and there's gonna be a very big event on tomorrow. Yeah, all of us are, curious who is gonna win the US elections. Now, today I'm here just to share with you the view from the perspective of BaZi from the two president candidates. All right. So let me just share their chart here, their BaZi chart here, so that you can also have a look on how this just a moment. All right. Okay. Now, basically, here is the charts of the two president candidates. All right. So let's see. This is the chart of the party chart of Donald Trump, President Donald Trump. And let's see what we can derive from the party chart over here. Now, first of all, I know a lot of people try to complicated things that, sometimes when you focus on too detail, and you will miss out the really important information. All right. So this is just a forecast on perspective of BaZi, and I will make it very simple and straightforward. All right. I don't want to too analytical to analyze to overanalyze the things that make things more complicated. All right. So at the time being, we know that President Donald Trump is in the office. All right. We know that what we're going to focus on is his party chart, whether the DO is being clashed away or not. All right. So let me draw an example over here so you can have a look. All right. So basically, what we want to know is whose chart is this chart. All right. This is President Donald Trump. All right, so we look at the DO. DO is actually over the month. And in BaZi, DO also represent the status and also one of the stars that govern the power and authority. All right. So what happened this year into Donald Trump is, this year is exactly the year of Gengzi. All right, Gengzi is year 2020. Let me highlight the year of 2020. This is the element of the year 2020, and Gengzi is also one of the metal red year. All right. So what happened here is hold on. Let me try to zoom it out so you can see. All right. So what happened this year is, when you look at the month pillar of Donald Trump, which has a Jia Wu. Jia Wu means a wood horse, right? Over here. All right. Jia Wu, wood horse. And this year, unfortunately, is a year of metal red. These combinations, we call it a Fan Yin combination, whereas the heavenly stamp of 2020 is a metal that countering the wood. Can you see? And we can also look at the water, the Zi. The year of the red is also clash with the horse. So from here, we can conclude that this year, the DO as a DO from Donald Trump had been clashed away by the gun metal of 2020, we can conclude that his positions is being clashed away, and is also a totally clash where the heavenly and the earthly are clashing this entire pillar. Now, from here, we can know that we can likely to conclude that now Donald Trump's positions or the status will be clashed away during this year. All right. So usually when we look at the competitions where presidents candidate will contest in the elections, we can actually find out that actually both candidates charts are clashing, or have indications of changes. Now usually when you look at a party, whether it's combinations or clashes, it always indicates a changes. Now in President Donald Trump, there is a clashes happen in the month pillar, whereas month represent the career and also businesses. So from here, we can know that the President Donald Trump's career had been clashed away this year. All right. So let's look at another president candidate, Joe Biden. All right. So when we look at Joe Biden charts, now we need to understand two things here. From here, this is the perspective that I'm looking at. Because Joe Biden is not in the office, all right, he is the the oppositions, the opposition candidate. So usually I will focus on the year pillar, whereas year represent someone's external life outlook or the market's conditions. So hence I do not focus on the month like Donald Trump, because it is not part of the career yet at this moment, as Joe has not won the election yet. So what I will focus on is the year pillar, where year represent the external part, the outlook at the markets. All right, these things will change Joe, the perspective of people to look at who is the next president of the next US president, right? So usually it will likely to affect the year rather than the month. All right. So when we look at the year, Joe Biden born in the year of water horse. You can see there's another horse here, all right? But there's a little different from President Donald Trump, because President Donald Trump's horse is in the month pillar. All right, from here, let's look at the combinations between the 2020 and Joe Biden chart. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. All right. Sorry, I mispressed the share button. All right, so now you can see the chart. No, exactly, we know that the DO is also the status or the power or the authority of someone else. All right, so today we can see the metal year red. All right, so we know that metal produce water. This is not a clash, but it's a producing. Hence we can conclude that this year this metal is producing the water, and water to this Joe is what? Is a DO. DO means the authority and power. So from here we can conclude that the year of Keng Zi is likely to be more favorable for Joe Biden, as the metal is actually producing the water, and water is the power and authority towards the yin fire day master. All right. So we can see that there is another zi here. All right. So the zi is actually clashing with the horse. And if we make a deeper analysis into this zi and horse, we notice that the 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 horse, underneath the horse, there is a Ting fire. All right. So Ting fire is actually a friend star of Joe Biden. All right. Friends also can indicate, people that have same reputations or same status with you. Now, from here, and this friend star is actually someone who more external. It's not part of a family members. It's just someone who have the same ranking like you. All right. So from here, I can conclude that let's say uh, the friend star represent uh, President Donald Trump. All right. President Donald Trump. It sounds okay because they have a same ranking, right? They both are president candidate, and you will notice actually they have a Ting and Ting. They are not opposite element, which is Ting and Ping. Then it will become Rockwell. So if you have the same element, we also can indicate that this is the same sex, which means your friends, your male friends, the people who have the same authority and power like you, or same level like you, and is actually the same same sex, same gender, right? So has been clashed away. You see, the red has clashed the horse, and from here we can see the horse is actually what means what is the content of the horse to Joe Biden is actually a friend, someone who have the same ranking with him, have been clashed away. So this from Joe Biden chart, we also can conclude that someone who have the same ranking like Joe Biden have clashed away, clashed away from the market, right? And the Keng, who is actually metal, producing, the water, and the water is appearing surface, and this can bring the DO to appear into Joe Biden chart. From here, I can forecast, this is all my own, forecast and method of analysis, and I know there's a lot of people who can analyze further detail, but I just try to make it simple. Just focus on only one pillar. For Joe Biden, I will look at the year pillar, and for Donald Trump, I will look at the month pillar. All right. So this is what I analyze, and for me, I will conclude that from the perspective of BaZi, Joe Biden is likely to have more chances to win the president elections rather than Donald Trump. Now, of course, we president, of course, the elections might not only be influenced by only BaZi. Sometimes there always be strategies, or people who are manipulate the the luck or whatever. They use strategies to win the war. All right, but this is only a perspective on BaZi, that who is likely to win now. And from my analysis, and I will conclude that Joe Biden has the biggest chances to win over this U.S. elections 2020. And that's it for today's sharing, and I'm glad that you are here today and watch until the end. And thank you very much, and I will see you again soon. All right, bye.